Alright, just here in Gnoosh's room on iVlog, iVlog.tv. Bubba Gnoosh, Bubba as I like to call him, Bobo. Big internet mystery a couple years ago. Was it Bobo or Boo Boo? I figured out the hard way that there was a one guy named Boo Boo, this is Bobo.
Wise man builds a house on stone.
I am still not finished with the beard beads. But Gnoosh, how are ya? How goes it? There.
I traveled a lot when I was a kid. When I was younger, except it was hard to get shit.
How is it going? They're fine, sir. How's it going, there, fine, sir? Cheers.
It's going.
Really, how is it going? No, come on, how's it going? He doesn't want to say it. He doesn't want to tell me. I'm not sharing.
I mean, that's it, man. It's going.
Oh, you know.
Not it. I'm not dead.
Ah, indeed. Doesn't appear to have a soul, though. He admitted it by himself, you know. Soulless a-holes. They kind of mentioned that. He put it on his caption of his chat room. But, all right. He's not dead. He's also, you know, a very big liar, a thief, and a scoundrel. But he's not dead. Does he have logic?
I'm not dead, and I got off early, so this is a pretty good day so far. I'm long sober, and I like it. I'm slowly being seen.
I'm not gonna state the obvious. I'm not trying to be like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, I think, you know, he had a little better beads and a lot more color to him. You know, and he was all over the hair. You know, I don't. I have a crew cut. I think I have a short cut. So I go that way.
I feel like it. Somebody's like that.
I am feeling like robbing that booty. It's very disgusting. I wouldn't steal gold. Wordplay.
Watch TV.
Laggy.
It's gonna probably sound like I'm exaggerating, but I haven't gone more than 2 weeks without eating since I was a fucking teenager. And the only reason I did 2 weeks is on probation. I had to take a drug test. Other than that, I smoke every day. Every single fucking day. Unless somehow something happens and I can't find it, which is really fucking rare. I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
He doesn't even know what I mean.
Can't be more specific than that, man. It's definitely gone up. Dumb luck, man.
I wonder if he knows what logic really means. Because if you don't have it, can you really understand it?
Yeah, what would I go $80? And we smoke 5 quarters a week.
Would you even, have the mental capacity to, comprehend what logic is? Common sense?
1/4 of an ounce of weed is $80. Got once a kid, I got orders for 20. I got orders for 20, and if you really put a lot of effort into it, you might find someone dumb enough to give you 30 for it, so you can make a $10 profit. Nowadays, it's crazy amount of money. What's that? Well, it hasn't so far, man. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about weed weight
there's a lot of havoc in the world.
Prices. You could just Google that stuff and you could get gram prices and stuff. I did compare it to when I bought a certain amount, and it wasn't that good of weed. The weed that they have now for the price, the weight, and the quality is pretty fair. It's pretty nice, adjusted for inflation.
But good luck.
But I didn't go to a store, but you have a card eventually. I'd much rather smoke the better. I'd much rather smoke the better weed than the stuff I was smoking. That's the reason why I quit.
At this point, seeds are more valuable than the weed itself because nothing comes with seeds. I can't remember the last time I saw a seed. Just one. Yes, because they're just don't exist. Seeds are incredibly valuable. I used to get, what I was just saying. I used to get a quarter pound, and sometimes there'd be fucking half ounce worth of seeds in the goddamn quarter pound. Like way out a half ounce of just straight fucking seeds. So if you lost the whole half ounce, you could save or sold. Yeah, I wouldn't trust any of that shit.
See, I know about
problems with that.
Like purple cookies, White Widow. Like I never found seeds in there. I don't think.
Seeds are a thing of the past. I don't know about no kind. No kind. Don't have a brand name. No idea.
Weed is weed, right?
I don't know if it's indica, sativa, a mix, I haven't fucking know that.
That's important though. It's like alcohol, beer you're drinking. I mostly drink beer. I kind of want to know percentage. It's important to me. I drink 4% beer and it's a very light beer. See, sativa, in my opinion, I don't know, is the one I was smoking just brings you down. There's uppers and downers of weed. They have different brands, but also the one I wanted to smoke if I was going to smoke was going to be the hybrid. Like it does get me excited and jittery excited. I could think faster, but it's a little bit mellow.
But doing it a long time, I smell it smells a certain way.
I think I had a White Widow. I'm not sure years ago, and it was really good. Like the things I was thinking about, I was giggity and I was just having a good time. But I also like Molly, the drug, not the girl. No offense, but there's a story behind that probably. So Molly is what I read online. It's supposed to be synthetic MDMA, synthetic ecstasy. Except in my opinion, I looked it up. It doesn't have the side effects that ecstasy pills have, and it was very mellow, and I didn't have bad withdrawals. And by the way, I did kind of look up Molly. There's some kid. I already made a video about it. He told me it was Molly. I realized it kind of wasn't. I don't know, but it made me into a zombie. I think it might have been swallowing bath salts. Yeah, his name was David or Davy. But anyway, there's other guy. I only did Molly like once or twice. His other kid took me to train, and I actually got Molly. And I was like, wow, this is. When I say it's better than ecstasy, it wasn't a for anyone that does it, wasn't a high roll. Like you weren't rolling hard, but it was just a very even mellow, and I was having a good time. But would I want to try that? Probably not. Because MDMA started out, and I thought it was like in the 60s or 70s. It actually 1912. That's when the MDMA was first discovered, and then they were trying to use it for psychological benefits. Honestly, like maybe you could get rid of PTSD because that's what I read. Get rid of PTSD from that. But as far as psychological, like you open up, I don't know. I really don't know. I wouldn't try that. Although PTSD is a psychological side effect. So but as far as like communicating about things in your life, I don't know because you get really happy about that. You just start liking everybody. So I don't know about that. Like that's why I'm not into that. And they come down from ecstasy pills, which is bad. It was really bad. Like I just, I was grinding my teeth. I felt like depressed. I couldn't touch that anymore. Still feel it right here. It's like, and then there's I read the side effects on, ecstasy, and they said, oh yeah, jaw grinding. I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, if you didn't grind jaw, you probably didn't get a good pill. I mean, I don't even know anymore. On Molly, I don't know if I felt that, but just very little. I don't remember. And I looked at side effects from like the synthetic MDMA, Molly versus like ecstasy pills. They're very mild. You could get a lot of side effects from the real ecstasy. But then again, if you look up painkillers, you can get seizures from them. So you can get seizures from ecstasy as well. A coma even, unconsciousness, which is a coma. It's very creepy and scary. All that fun for like 2-3 hours that you might enjoy yourself and you're like, wow, this is great. It's just not worth it in my opinion. I think even Molly could be done better. And yeah, there's a part of me that says that people are depressed. When you're depressed, maybe you'll take some Molly, and you feel joy for 2-3 hours to help you come up. But the thing about MDMA, it does deplete your serotonin. So after a while, depression, if you could do it multiple times, a lot of times, it could happen to you. Like you could get depressed. You deplete your serotonin. I think it's like a green substance in your brain. I don't even know. I think I saw pictures of it years ago. They try to like describe it. So people might think, oh, he's talking really fast. He's probably on that ecstasy right now with Molly. No, I'm not rolling. Just there are side effects to a lot of that stuff. You gotta be careful. Most people probably don't understand that when you take a pill, pop a pill, an X or E, right? That you should hydrate your drink. You know how dangerous that is. When you don't drink, you get dehydrated. It's scary as fuck. I mean, I felt it as soon as it kicked in. I was just like, hey, orange juice. Me and this kid, I call him a kid, but like the first thing he got is buy an orange juice. As soon as it hit in, he would just drink it and just felt so good just to hydrate it. But it's not even that. You gotta be a responsible drug user. And like the fact that Gnoosh over there, I don't care if it's indica, sativa, whatever, like I just smoke anything. Like imagine what else he does. He just doesn't care. They have a chemistry sets, little ones for like I don't know how it's cheap, right? But you buy an ecstasy pill or something, and you just test it what it is. What are the chemicals in it? Obviously you have to learn it and all that stuff. I mean I wouldn't go to buy an ecstasy pill for somebody and just test it right there. But let's say you're buying from somebody. Well, it's your right to know what you're buying. What is this? What if there's fentanyl in it? I mean, just do people just really don't care whether they ingest?
That's what I'm gonna do. They close at 10. I'm gonna show up at like 9:40.
So when I had a couple beers, I mean, that's how I was drunk. I wasn't drunk, and I went to like I heard it was one spike to buy ecstasy pills. I was very skeptical. So I knew a guy. Yeah, I would joke around with my chemistry set. Well, no, actually, the percentages, right? All you gotta do is just buy whatever you buy. I'm not encouraging drug behavior, especially legal, but you know, even like Roxy's, right? Um, Mac Miller, I think he was popping oxys. I don't know, but I think he's popping oxys, and
Part of me thinks that. Part of me
whoever the dealer was, where he got it from, had fentanyl in it. Imagine if he just tested like a couple of pills.
We're all still dropping our fucking dirty ass shoes all over that month.
But then it's like, what if he guys 10 pills and 7 of them are good, but 3 have fentanyl in it? He's gonna taste every pill. Maybe you should if you really want to do that. Except the fact is that if you popping or snorting painkillers, it's really not gonna take you to a place in the long run where you need to go. And I don't want to patronize anybody that's popping or snorting that stuff. I used to do that too. I get it. Once you're in it, you don't want to hear that stuff. But to not be responsible about it, yeah, you're gonna hurt yourself. And like this kid over here, he says, "You're not cool, you're not cool." Like I don't want to be like the guy that says, "Oh, you're cool, yeah, you're cool." It's like I get it if you mean it, but it's like this like high school club, Like you're not cool, you're not one of us. You're not a crazy motherfucker or something. And I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be just like you. I don't.
We spend $200 a month. We spend $200 a week.
If you like look for a crosswalk sign and you think people don't think you're cool, you're just trying to get people riled up. That's when you're gonna be cool. You should grow out of that or something. I know people just can't. I can't. The guy's pushing 40 and stuff, and he seems nice and subtle, but there's multiple videos of him just being a total d-bag, and he doesn't even have the common sense to even understand what weed strains are. I don't smoke weed. I look it up. I know more than him probably.
He just acts more like parents.
And there's people just, and I'm not saying like I want to put someone down that he doesn't know that. I don't look down on somebody like that. Because I don't understand everything. I have to like Google this stuff.
A
lot of people won't talk about this stuff with you so well, but it's like just be a little bit responsible and stuff. It's not cool to be not responsible. You're gonna hurt yourself, and then you might get depressed and all that stuff. Jail sentence, a charge or whatever. An overdose, long-term effects, brain damage, or you can have kidney failures from for all these drugs, it's a lot of chemicals.
I stole it. I really don't steal.
And the fact is that you snort or pop pills, you should drink water. And I drink water with lemon and other stuff. It cleanses your system,
It's not like I can hide it. This big. That's where I didn't walk right the fuck out the front door with it and wish somebody would say something to me. I was fucking pissed.
My beads are falling apart. Yeah.
I would love one of them motherfuckers.
I gotta get a better device to put them on.
Because the goddamn preacher fucking training thing they had checking us out was slow, lazy, useless, and I had to bag my own fucking groceries. For spending that kind of money, I don't get paid to fucking do this shit. I was fucking furious. Slow as fuck, flinging shit, not fucking doing the job at all, and I gotta bag my own fucking shit. And then I look up and he's over talking to somebody else, gossiping about some fucking bitch, and I look in the giant pack of paper towels that we had still sitting on the back of the fucking thing where he didn't fucking ring it up. So fuck you, man. I grabbed it and I said, we didn't put it on him. I said, stop, just come on. So we go outside, and I was like, I know, you're trying to tell me we didn't pay for it. So I don't give a fuck that we didn't pay for it. Fuck them. Oh my God, I can't believe you did that. We're not like that. I was like, well, fuck them, man. She was pissed. We don't do those things. I just fucking did them. I used to do those things.
Wait, what things? Trainees? There's a story behind that with me, but I'm just not gonna go there. It's illegal. I thought it was, but it's illegal.
Came back over there to fucking do it again.
I think I told everybody, but maybe I didn't. I kept it under wraps.
That's my pay.
Luckily, some chick just went away from me. She started hating me more, which is great because of that. It's those sex sites, I was such a point that I became like, oh yeah, this and that. I just wasn't too aware. I gave too many. I listened to wrong people. I didn't do my own research on that. I really didn't. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But there is such a thing as survival of the species and whatever. not too into that, but it's true.
You
Let's just look from the standpoint about homosexuality, and if homosexual lesbians, right? You have an adverse, you have abnormal attraction to the same sex. So let's say in your existence, so the species, humanity wouldn't survive because you wouldn't reproduce. You wouldn't reproduce unless, let's say you're a female, you're attracted to a female, and you went to a sperm bank, right? Or you're a male, and whatever, I'm homosexual, but I'm a pregnant female. Because there's a lot of homosexuals that will be openly bisexual, and they will sleep with a female. I mean, from a logical standpoint, where Gnoosh doesn't know what it is, if I had abnormal attraction to a male, I mean, would a female turn me off that much? And there's people like Raven J over there that have 4 kids or something like that, right? And he just had a sex change, right? He didn't know that before. He wasn't aware, right? He was openly voting, trans rights, gay rights, and all that. I mean, it's not that this is hatred towards those people, right? But the fact of the matter is that there is such a thing as just being heterosexual, and masculinity and femininity, right? This is a religious thing. But there's people that talked about in ancient times, the books that were written. There's some people that knew a lot of stuff, and not just about sexuality, but the meek will inherit the earth. And I looked it up on Google, and it says, oh yeah, well, the peaceful will go to heaven or something like that. And it literally said the earth. And the prayer from Catholicism that I found, I don't know, all Christianity recites that prayer. That Jesus will return, the King, it's the Our Father prayer, and it'll come to earth, and actually, I don't know it word for word.
It's not like I don't want it. I'd love to have some right now.
Honestly, I'm not big on praying. This was my favorite prayer, but it says it right there. Let's hear it. Let's see it. Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive us the trespasses, and forgive us the trespasses against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. I remember I was telling the last lines, right? But it's here. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I mean, isn't it, in everybody's, I don't think everybody's interest. Because I always thought that peace on earth was objective, meaning everybody believed it. That's not true. And I don't think there's anything.
Everything except for the meat.
It's objective on the earth to some degree, because there's people that just don't want peace. They don't want a kingdom, a heaven like earth. They really don't. There's people that you really don't. You don't. It's not just being a Catholic or something like that, but they just say benevolent being. Like there's benevolent beings all over the earth, all over the planet Earth, that just want to do good. They have designs that are compassionate, this and that, and they want to create this world, something heavenly, not necessarily floating in clouds or something, right? How many people are from the other side that just don't care about anything, don't do the research, don't, I could go on and on.
They're adjusting their uniform, digging in their ass, scratching, whatever the fuck they're doing. They ain't going and washing their hands.
And that, I don't know what the evangelical preach, right? And the rest of the Christians, and other religions, other religions that think the end of the world is coming, and they always think the end of the world is coming. They're just waiting for it. They're just waiting for the date and stuff. And again, you could be sucked into it, but the fact that, let's just say,
the reason that America's fucked is because of fucking frivolous ass lawsuits like that.
A good being like that will come on, like the ones they worship will come on, and we can destroy this place, or have people been destroying this place after him and beforehand. Right? The Crusades, the Christianity, the Crusades, all those wars, World War I, World War II, right?
It's like, I mean, every kind of armpit human
If he would have really wanted to destroy this world, he would have been in the second or the first one. Right? You wouldn't need a third world war.
I mean, I don't think I meant to say it as loud as I did, but whatever. Jesus Christ.
There he is. Yeah, just very random to pop that up. But anyway, let's just say that man was a man of peace or something like that. He really believed in peace.
I'm actually violent about that.
If
I smell you, those are fucking.
I already talked about it. Those people that believe in it, do they really practice that? Or they just waiting for him to come and destroy the world? Why, he could fly into heaven? And I'm not gonna tell you, well, just climb a bridge, because I said before. But it's like, if you're really waiting for that, then you're really hopeless person. And people like that, they're on the fence. Maybe now, but they live this life, they just didn't care. They didn't care for it. Seriously. If you're really that much of a believer, just end your life. Seriously, if you're in this world. Because the rest of us want to fix this planet. We want to clean next to the oceans, the seas, the lakes, the rivers. We want to better, there's trees that are polluted. I went to a park and they just those guys are dying right now. And some of you are dying too. We have diseases here that is unimaginable. There's people that don't know any weeds and herbs. Not like intoxicating herbs, but there's other herbs. They could heal you and do better for you. And even if you told them, maybe some people would. Some people just neglect them.
Yeah.
I could go in a store and buy lots of herbs. I smoke them and also I drink them and stuff. They're just not eating no common sense or anything like that. And a lot of them are religious. Some even aren't. Some try to be atheists. They ride that atheist train.
Yeah, I don't blame that at all.
They just really write that. And then they talk negative about those people because they're just so intelligent. They look down on them. It's all this big game and stuff. They preach that stuff. God will never heal amputees. One of them said that. I don't know if all of them repeated it. But let me just tell you something. Yeah, a miraculous being will come over here and poof, do that. I mean, would you want to live in a world like that? I think some people might. I don't want that. But through science, medicine, that's already doing. You can have not a regrown leg, but you can have an attachment, and you won't be confined to a wheelchair. My idea of God always was that He gave us the intelligence to fix stuff. You're not gonna pray to your little whatever in your room and everything's gonna be fine. I mean, if you believe that, then you probably, who knows what else you're doing with your mind. Some people like creepy stuff to hurt people. Maybe you could do some good too. But we have all this technology, all this science, all this medicine, and it's not like people that even understand that when you get dehydrated, you should drink. I mean, what are you? You have no logic. You have no sense in you. You don't sense that you're dehydrated and you need water. And that's just a very, very simple test of humanity.
And the next thing I know, by the time I got home, they had already been to my house and cops and this whole big ass deal. I'm being pretty bad. I warned him. I told him I was going to. He was using that cup to scoop up this nasty ass fucking puddle water that was. My glory. No one else does.
I remember, was it 2 months ago or so, Gnoosh over there said, I hope I get AIDS. Cancer AIDS. The second time he told me that. First time was when he called this guy, a black guy, Rocco, the N-word. With a hard R, I don't know, I'm not saying that instigated, but he really feels like that. I don't feel bad about instigating that. Because, if I made him say that he didn't mean it, I'll be like, oh, alright, well, I put words in your mouth, I shouldn't have done that. I don't care about that. You said it because you feel it. And, Rocco, he was called a white person because the way he talked to human white people. I was like, oh, well, alright, whatever. He's a Vietnam vet. He doesn't have a drinking problem or something like that. At least he was always drunk. People make fun of him all the time. He said some jokes about me. I said some jokes about myself. I don't care. I don't really know him that well. I don't know him that well, but he stopped going to Bubba Ganoush's room. Then he started calling him a hick. But after that, he wanted to give me cancer and AIDS. And there's a lot of people that would just wish those diseases on people. For what? For what? For exposing what you really are? Because you're trying to hide? Because you're a thief? Huh? Because you're a scoundrel, and I'm not. Because I'm your victim and I stood up to you. I mean, what if the police came in with handcuffs, or your record label or a lawyer called you and said, no, you got to go to court for this because you did this and that? Are you gonna give everybody diseases because you're mad? Are you that mentally, morally broke in your mind? Huh? Do you think I care about your life so much when you pollute the earth, pollute my life, still for me try to give me diseases? I gotta feel what? Pain and compassion for you. I don't even know you people. You're inhumane. The majority of you don't have no logic and stuff. You only know what you learn to a certain degree at a certain time and a certain grade or somebody told you, that's all you know. And a lot of you repeat whatever I say. In real life and on the internet.
I like coffee or food.
No, you're just a bunch of followers, a bunch of sheep.
I'm kind of down for the
You know? But yeah, about those Chevelle kids. The group Chevelle. Yeah, I was at their concert and shit. I mean, these guys are just a bunch of fucking jerk-offs, especially Pete Loeffler. What a creep. What a fucking creep.
I've never had stigmas. I've never bought it. She looks like almost like fake meat or something, but I've never bought it.
I heard some of the songs. It reminds me of someone like me that got murdered that either wrote it or not. And I'm not going to get to that dispute because they do sing them all, but let's just be honest, Chevelle performing live were horrible. They were garbage. I didn't like them, But, Drake and Benjamin was a little bit better. They were better.
I buy whatever the thing is like shirt upstate.
Rage Against the Machine was the best rock concert I've been to. And everybody talks about, what is that? I almost said Steven Spielberg. No, it's guys from they're from fucking Jersey. How could I not know this? I never got into them. Jeez, they played for 2-3 hours. Oh, jeez, yeah. In the East Street Band, that guy, Bruce Springsteen. There you go, Bruce Springsteen and East Street Band. Yeah, I'm never got into their music, but they say they put on the show. People talk about Red Hot Chili Peppers too. Never been, but you know what? It's not even about that anymore. It's really not. I mean, I already said the coronavirus should have woke a lot of people up. The pandemic, global, right? It was crazy. Economies just stopping and people complaining about singing in their house. I get it.
I had a whole altercation there. The cops got involved.
Can you imagine a pandemic?
I don't like stories like that. I'm like the biggest Karen you've ever seen. I'm serious. Karen shit on me. Let me have a problem somewhere, and I promise. As I put it.
Did the Young Turks give you the right explanation what it was? Because those people don't even understand. I don't think they even know what a Wikipedia page is. They don't know what a Google search engine is. They don't even know what books to read, some stuff, and just do research. And I thought they would just have people do that for them, or they could do them themselves. Or a lot of people that just spoon feed you information. They're just there to read. I'm not gonna say the obvious, but read a teleprompter and say what the producer says and this and that, and just go along, right? And as far as the dystopia, I'm not saying the government just controls it, but it'd be a great idea if they did. But you know what? People just fall along to it. Not just the media, but everyone's been talking about it for years. People have been talking about it for years, I really don't know how it's like that in other countries. I watch videos about other countries talking about this place, and yeah, they hit the nail on the head. There's a lot of dumb and retards here, for lack of a better word, low level intelligence. I'm pretty sure there's like that all over the world. But I mean, as far as a superpower with all these nuclear weapons and I mean, people don't even know how to kill germs, how to take care of themselves, clean themselves, and drink water. There's something really wrong here, right?
If I come in here and I'm paying you for a specific service, you don't give me that service, and you're fucking robbing me, and no one can fucking rob me. And at least if you're gonna try to come on me, you can't fucking scam me. I'm not the rest of these motherfuckers. They let it go. Oh, it's not a big deal. Fuck you. It's a big deal. You're not scamming me. I paid for a specific thing. I'm gonna fucking get it to the goddamn letter. And if I don't get it, we're gonna have serious fucking problem.
See, that's
I will
not.
not be nice about it. I'm gonna be loud.
As far as like getting the service you deserve, what are we talking about here? You don't like the food you ate, right? You don't like the hotel room you went to. Because I have a lot of stores when I ordered a room and I paid with my phone, the money went in or something. I think I got there. I took a subway. I was like, wait, I'm gonna have a whole night. I get to take a shower and sleep in a bed. And the guy said, oh no, it didn't come through. And they were just like looking at me. And one before, the guy was like, oh, I'm gonna go home right now. Guess what? I'm going home right now. I'm behind his desk. I was so fucking angry. One black guy, I didn't call him the N-word and a fake word, but he's like, bro, homie, you're like, fuck you. Fuck you. And the black dude from Africa, he was like, oh, I'm sorry. When I got angry, that's when he felt bad. I walked out, I had like a generator, or actually had a minor car jump start battery, which probably wouldn't have worked anyway. I needed like 12 hours to charge it. At least that's how I read it. That's why I went there in the first place. I took that and I took my subway and I went in and I slept in my car. That's the fucking service I got. Fuck this retard. He doesn't get a service. He's gonna kill somebody or some shit like that. Fucking idiot. Oh, how about another service? Yeah, getting cops called on me in Starbucks.
People sound things out.
He's a hurt citizen right here.
Correctly.
I don't know if you watch some of my videos, he heard somebody say, a lot of times when I come in, he says the same shit I say. But he doesn't have the mind to fucking understand it. He just said, there's a lot of people like that. With your fucking Break Benjamins and shit, you Chevelles. Maybe not, I don't know specifically Chevelles, but like seriously, like you people, like when some of these songs you listen, especially Breaking Benjamin, doesn't fucking make sense, and especially this last album before that. Fucking A, man. People are joking. I'm not gonna get into that. What, call Arista or whatever. Assuming that into the phone, man.
Gonna start giving elocution lessons. Take elocution lessons from a fucking stuff.
I don't think Breaking Benjamin is on Arista or something like that. I gotta look up the label. I give a fuck about that shit.
But if you pronounce the words,
I'm gonna think of some shit right now. You fucking little retards jumping up boogie and shit on some fucking jungle shit for one too. He was a fucking retard in this country. Call me a faggot. Call me a pedophile. Do it, psychopath? Really? Psychopath, me? Think about that. And if you play this fucking game too long, say I was fucking Jesus Christ, I will beat you with a fucking cross and have your ass arrested by the Romans. I'm not though. I'm not into that stuff. Kumbaya and just, let's be good to each other. You should be good to each other. You shouldn't have some guy say that to you. Really. It's common sense and logic. If you don't have that, the world's going to fall apart. It's really that simple. Because in common sense, you commit a crime, you push people around, you steal and rob, it's a negative trait and it creates a lot of negative atmosphere.
I'll beat myself.
Logic.
Really?
What is it? Where did it come from? I read briefly about the yin and the yang. It is a religious, but I would say the spiritual thing, right? But it's a balance of positive and negative, right? That we have in this world. Look at electricity. You need a negative and a positive current, right? What would happen if not everyone just stay positive? Because I know there's idiots on YouTube saying energy. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about having energy in your life to do what you got to do, but be productive and be responsible and be positive towards other people. Like not disrespect anybody for no reason.
What's the point?
I just walking across the crosswalk and just, like trying to be all hard and stuff when someone's driving, or just, look at someone me for no reason. Unless they did something to you and you fight back. But it's like I don't have the energy anymore, so I'm just gonna give you what you will give me back. It's really that easy. You can give me negative, I'm gonna give you negative, but in a different way. You're gonna feel it. What you trying to make me feel. And there's a lot of people like me that probably suffer just, are not just timid, but just, don't go around telling people like that. I'm the one that talks about this stuff, and I get it. Because in this world, when you're honest and you believe in truth, and you have your own mind, you have your own opinion, and you have logic, and you stand up for yourself, or you're just the biggest, biggest a-hole or something like that, you know? Because everyone just plays this game and they hurt each other. That's how the world really is. Are there really any people just a normal family, or just one person black sheep?
Anyway,
I hardly doubt it, the way I see the world.
And he fucking hated me. But also then I started winning this fucking spelling bee.
And you know, for a long time I had a really good family. Maybe I was young and gullible. I woke up a couple times, but I had my memory suppressed. And I think a lot of people are like that. You know, it's sad. It's really sad. You know, like Nas said, we don't believe in heaven because we're living in hell. Except we can make this a heaven. We can make this a heaven. But there's plenty of people that are just, you know, stagnating us. Yeah, I put that video on how I went to the bank or something like that, right? Did I have the Polish side Federal Credit Union? I recorded a couple banks. You know, give my social security, my name. No, I haven't. We never heard of you. What do you do here? Yeah, they're like, I am the janitor. You have the outfit. I'm kidding. We don't like you. We don't know you. We don't know you. I had my car black for Polish and Slavic Federal Credit Union. Not black, but just, I don't know if it's Amazon. It happened to me before on a subway. I couldn't even take the subway. Thank God for Apple and shit. And they gave me $2,000 credit. I started paying off. I still owe money, but you know what? Through Apple, these fucking idiots couldn't fuck around.
I would play college. And I got to so much.
And a couple of times I went to Apple and he just went like that, and I seen it, and he just was right through. But with the Polish Federal Credit Union, it's like, it takes 3 days, the money going through. I was on negative like $40, $60. What the fucking people doing? I gotta write down a pen and paper and shit, like my rids on some shit, you fucking retard. You know? I'm not that angry person, I don't want to insult people, like, don't mess with my money. Like, you don't own my money, you're an institution. You shouldn't even touch it. You shouldn't even, I went, a couple of years ago, I went to the bank. And yeah, I was drinking, but I was sober and stuff. And I was, oh, yeah, I want to check. No, I think I have this and that. She's like, there's nothing on there. She smiled. One of the lady tellers, Polish lady. Like, this is fucking class. It's disrespectful. How would I just fucking, like, slap the shit out of you verbally? And spit on your face verbally. And degrade you for it, like, have the body you have. Because all these females are disgusting. They're creepy. What if I do that to you? You're unprofessional. You have no class. And then there's another thing. 2 years ago, my card, there's every card that ends with 66 has to be discontinued because somebody stole money or something. And it's just ridiculous. How is that a federal crime? How is not even investigate that? Where's your fucking Federal Bureau of Investigation? Where's your president? Where's your fucking conscience? Where's your fucking brain? You want to die? Fucking jump off a fucking building. You won't give a fuck.
Refuse to practice.
Go to fucking Manhattan. There's plenty of fucking empty buildings. You don't want to be on this planet. You're not depressed. You're an asshole. You don't know why you're a piece of shit. I don't even like to use that word. You don't know why you're morally corrupt. You want to hurt people, and then you like want to, ask people for advice. I don't know. Why do you want to rob people or hurt people and give people diseases and steal? I'm not gonna answer that for you. I can't comprehend that. I'm not like you. I'm not your kind. Sexy. How many of you watch that? If considering you are, you're like, wow, he really thinks that. That's the problem. Like, you shouldn't be scratching your head about this. Probably scratching something else, because condoms don't work.
I think we talked about this now before. I was a singer.
What, you were an opera singer? I didn't hear that. I gotta ask. Yeah. That's what happens when you drink beer and try to type. You were an opera singer? Figaro, Figaro. I figured I had some weed, but I don't know which one it is. They're on the side. Oh, you look sad.
Who'd you try out for?
Can you imagine some of you fake Earthlings like E.T. and I use the stereotype of E.T. came down here and like landed, and which I really think they did as a contact. You know, can you imagine like we landed on the moon, right? And considering the United States, I think they did. But you know, there's satellites and everything. So like, oh, you know, this civilization, this and that. You know, they're far superior, and they will make contact with us. I think they might have. I think they're here. I think they're underwater and stuff. They have bases. I don't even care. I don't care. I don't want to find a UFO. I don't want you people to have a UFO because you're demented. But let's just say they were here and they're like, you know, well, what can you do for our civilization? People like that. Why would they want you? Unless they're mentally corrupted. Because I always thought, you know, a technologically evolved civilization has to be morally better. No, I'm thinking that's not even true. Or who knows? Because every time you see a UFO, they don't see any weapons, but you see our spaceship, it doesn't have any weapons. You know? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe us, the way we're going, like, I think we'll survive. I don't think there'll be World War III. But let's say, like, 150,000 years from now, right? The way we're going. We'll have UFOs, this and that. Who knows? Maybe we'll know how to make a planet or something like that, right? But it's like, with the way the world's going right now, you think we're going to save another civilization? Probably pollute the shit out of them. Pollute them, maybe, I don't know, imprison them, right? Yeah? Stalk them a little. On Kent Avenue, right? Eating donuts, sleeping and shit? No, they weren't eating donuts. Called you a faggot, gave you a finger? You didn't hear me call me a faggot, right? Did you? Little faggot. I always thought it was an alien or something. I was from outer space of a different planet. Because I didn't belong here. You know, but I really like this place. Let's say I was. I'll contact my people. They wouldn't want you. Because they did. They said, no, fuck you. And a lot of, let's just face it. Where does morality come in with thousands of years of progression of a species? When 2,000 years ago, those people that just wrote the Bible, they wrote the Torah. You know, they have all these books that were just spiritual and they understood good and bad, but they had to write this stuff for people to understand it to begin with. You know, and when there was Egyptians that had, you know, they built pyramids or something like that. They were advanced to a certain degree, but they understood the same thing we did. Technology rises, but just maybe I don't know if intelligence, because they said intelligence does rise, but like the people's moral compass just degraded. What happened after World War? What happened after World War II, and also what happened in World War I? Imagine a whole world just obliterating each other, and you being in a country and you say, you know, maybe we have to go to war, and you don't see footage, but you read that, you know, Germany this and that. Poland's been taken over. That was the Second World War, even the First World War. I mean, where would your mentality be? How, you know, people are talking about World War III, and people don't care anymore. But that's after those two. Where were those people that went through that? I couldn't even imagine it being living in that. I knew one person. He said he was born after the Second World War. I mean, imagine just. It's an atrocity you can believe, and what happened to humanity after that? You know, because you look at the numbers, baby boomers, right? And you look at all the numbers, like, you know, and I talked about it before, but it's like there's a correlation between that. But you know, as a humanity, as a people, we didn't advance that far. We really didn't. Technology, yes. As a people, as beings, sentient beings. We're degraded. We went backwards, I think. At least it's in my life, because I didn't live in those times. There was murderers, serial killers, rapists, and all that, right? But look how people use technology to benefit to a certain extent, right? You know, I'm not saying technology is a problem; it's a good thing. But I would like to be like maybe go 2,000 years back and walk around. Like go to Egypt 2,000 years ago. It's not about who did the pyramids, whether you know ancient aliens came down. It's just to talk to people, or maybe in the United States of America. Well, Native Americans. Yeah, I would like to talk to them, and maybe in Europe, and see how it was. Right? Yeah, they have pirate scurvy, vitamin C deficiency, homie. Yeah. The plague, Black Plague, those diseases. It's like, yeah, there was horrible things going around the world. You know. I mean, I don't even know what to believe that, you know, coronavirus killed a lot of people, but let's just be honest. There's a lot of people that are just have a very poor immune system. They really do. And coronavirus is SARS. At least SARS-2. It's a form of that, you know. That's pretty bad. And the Asian countries kept it, you know, they kept it on the wraps, not talking about it, but they you know, it came from there, but you know, they had it a long time ago. In the 70s, they found out what it was. I read it way before you know, it hit the States. I started reading about it when I heard it in China. I started reading all stuff about it, and then Wikipedia changed. You know, as soon as it hit the States, like, you know, in the New Year or something like that, the whole Wikipedia just changed. The page changed. Same as on hip hop. I thought hip hop started in 1979, like August 1979. Now all of a sudden it says, you know, 1983. Well, it existed in the 70s, but it really started in 83. It's like, you know, and I like the Wikipedia, but let's be honest. Anyone can manipulate and change that. And people are like, well, why are you reading that? Or why should I read it? And if I read it, how many people stand behind me and say, you're right? You all play this fucking game. Including Barack Obama over there. Trying to fucking, you know, be a man. You're gonna be a man? Come on, homie. Alright, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, the coronavirus. And, you know, fuck Wikipedia. And not Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is a great idea. But people just manipulate that shit to their own benefit. To suppress information and censorship and manipulate. That's some Nazi fucking Adolf Hitler shit. You might as well just burn books, motherfuckers. Seriously. That's what that is. And your little media, social media does the same thing. Not just Mark Zuckerberg and all the people on Facebook, people on YouTube too. You suppress a lot of stuff too. Yeah. I don't think you can be tried for that. How can you try a whole country? Yeah. You're a false entity under a benevolent being. That's what you all are. Seriously. But you know what? About the, you know, coronavirus, which some people translate to the flu. Let's say you get a flu and you have a poor immune system. Yeah, there's 40,000 on average people in the United States of America that die from the flu. And yeah, a lot of them are old, because typically when you get to a certain age, you don't exercise, you don't eat right, your body's deteriorating, and you might die of the flu. You know, the fact that people just don't understand, not just take, like, I don't take supplements. I took supplements and it felt disgusting, it felt chemical, I felt sick. I'm not into that stuff. I tried it, I don't like that. You know, I got banned from a Reddit, a subreddit post about giving this kid with acne details about, you know, natural things he could do. I mean, you guys are a bunch of creeps. Why don't you just all fucking take chemicals and kill yourself? Clearly, you don't have wisdom. You don't want intelligence. You know, you're all like that fucking idiot. You just want to be cool. Then you say something. You want what, like someone to look at you and talk to you? You don't want me to give you ideas? Then go away. Leave. We don't want you here. We're ancients. We're from this earth. You're not. Let me see. How can I, get some plastic? Nope, but I will do it. Nope, can't. You know what? I always used to drink bottles and I used to pop them with my lighter. Now I have a can. I can't do that. And I was gonna.
He used to go out and know everybody.
Arm the homeless. And there's a hippo over there. Yeah, some people will probably know who that guy is, but you didn't expect. I don't want you to. I really don't want you to know who it is. I don't. Then a musical thing, just, you could easily see that, screenshot it and see where the guitar came. Because if I saw that, I'd be like, that's gotta be Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers, man. It's not. It's actually totally the opposite, man. I'm starting to think the world is probably the same guy, but it's totally not Flea, man. But I ain't gonna zack all around that roach on your ass. And then just keep it coming for now. Lamb Biscuit fucking. I made a video about fucking, that 2000 incident MTV. Saw myself there with my green striped shirt. Yeah, I think that was before the jump time travel, something like that. Kind of crazy because yeah, Bubba likes it because I'm gonna feel like an idiot, right? Because my friend Jimmy Gonzalez came from bootcamp, we were watching that, and then later I didn't see that footage.
16. Well, they're 880 right now, but they were 16. They're on sale.
Thinking about the Rage Against the Machine, they were very honest. They really were. If you look at their music, they were hardcore and they had good sound. Do I like Limp Bizkit? Yeah, I do. I really do. They were fun. They really are. Thing is, there's just too much hatred in this world. There really is. It's not that about that woman. It's about the video I made before. Like, yeah, maybe I said some things, this and that, and I'm this. People call me a hater. But let's be honest. You ever felt like, you're in a hospital, you got your soul slashed, and you couldn't see clearly, and you saw your cousin come over there asking for a couple $1 million or something like that, but you never knew it till, like, from this time, a month and a half ago, and you had that vision, you had the same soul. Most people probably don't care, because you're already dead inside. You think about that, you're depressed, you're sad, you're a piece of shit, and then you go back again to hating. Because hate is the only thing you got. That's the only truth you will ever have. Is to hate. Is to give good people pain. That's the only thing you're alive for. It's really that simple. That's the only thing you are. I can't connect to another segment. Like, dude, give me a